My name is Bidan-Loua. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I am a life coach. I work with kids right now, basically being like a sports psychology type role for a basketball team named Law of Basketball in Atlanta. And I basically do like mindset exercises with the kids. Absolutely love it. Coach adults from time to time, but working with kids is definitely my favorite. I came here with the Western magic wand mentality. I kind of thought that I was going to come here and drink a very strong, barky, strange juice, and I was going to get the answer to all my problems, and life was going to stop being life. And I stayed for the integration because I was like, I want to make sure that I give myself enough time to ingest everything, and when I go back to my regular life, I'm going to be Superman, and life is going to be perfect. That is why I came. I think the best way to summarize it is, as they say, you get what you need, not what you came for. This experience was humbling just from a standpoint of I really did just kind of realize that I came with a very like consumerist mindset, not just towards ayahuasca, but just all of this in general. I now kind of see ayahuasca as a very small part of a extremely large culture. I've seen so much, my eyes have been open to so much. I think I got humility and perspective, and I think that is probably more valuable than anything that I thought I wanted to get when I came here, because that is going to make me just move through life very differently. And I was also truly, deeply introduced to the need for a relationship with myself. I think the isolation, the no phone, and kind of just being here, it highlighted my relationship with myself, how I treated myself, and I realized like, yo, you don't need your mom, your dad, your girlfriend, your friends. Like, you actually need you the most. So yeah, my highlight was the trip to the Ipuna tree. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this massive tree, loved it, absolutely loved it. It's I call it the world tree. I'm a big like mythology guy, so like the first thing when I saw it, I was like, oh, world tree. From Norse mythology, the biggest tree I have ever seen, and the coolest thing. Oh my God. Like, I was actually like daydreaming about it a little while ago. I was like, this is the fact that things like this exist is insane. That was definitely the high. I would say the low was the humble pie that I was served. But I actually wrote a saying down in my journal that I'm going to kind of take with me. That when life serves you humble pie, the aftertaste is perspective. Yo, so there are moments in life where you kind of like, you think things are not real. Like sound healing, energy, all that. The healers were amazing. There was one moment where, like, I'm not gonna lie, it took everything in me to not like come to you guys and be like, yo, that last Ikaro the first Ikaro on the last night, I will pay you whatever amount of money you want to let me record whatever this woman is singing to me. I will pay you whatever amount of money you want. That was interesting to be able to feel my stomach literally like be normal. And then as soon as the Ikaro start, my stomach starts moving. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, something's definitely happened. This is not just talk. The healers were really cool. I really enjoyed it. And then just from a previous ayahuasca experience to this one, it's just way more genuine having the Ikaro, the Shipibo healers. Like I said, mind-blowing, eye-opening. I loved every bit of it. I'll be honest, well, first of all, food. Love it. Could never would have imagined in my life that you could still find a way to make food taste good when there's not a bunch of salt and sugar in it. These people know what they are doing. I had pancakes with no syrup and devoured them, so they know what they're doing here. The accommodations as far as staying, it's a very safe environment. I like the environment. I think one thing that this place did give me too that I kind of needed was a challenge of being outside of my comfort zone, and I think that kind of like strengthened me mentally. To sleep in a tambo that kind of feels like you're sleeping outside because there are no walls. To truly be in the jungle, to where there was like one day where I realized like, okay, well, the bugs, I'm just gonna have to be okay with it, because it's like I'm in the jungle, I can't do anything about it. Maybe that was like my letting go moment, but it was very immersive, and it kind of just lets you know that you're a part of nature, and to kind of get back used to being comfortable with it, so to speak. But the facility, the people, everything about it, I love it. I've never been so safe and terrified at the same time. The integration, I loved it. It was worth it. I'm glad that I stayed. And I think that's just because I give an example of, it's like dots just got thrown on a board. And I think the medicine, like I said in our circle, the medicine is the people. Like the healers singing the Icaro, the integration circles where we talk about things, and sometimes somebody might say something that'll hit you, or you share something, and just like that organic conversation between several different people, it does something to you, and it kind of like unlocks insights that you didn't have before. So the integration, if I'm being honest, I think was actually the most important part of it. And I think the integration has kind of prepared me to be able to go back out and play around with life a little bit and be okay, if I'm being honest. I would say, if you are thinking about coming, come because you want to. Come because you want to and you know it's right for you. And I say that because your why is the most important thing, because you will be tested here. Like I said, I've gone so far outside my comfort zone, like I can't even really believe that I'm sitting here talking to you and that I made it. But come for you, because coming for you is the only thing that's going to keep you sane and strong enough to make it through the moments where you want to go home. Ceremony 3 and 5 were two of like my moments where I was just like, ugh. But reminded myself that I'm here for me, and that I truly believe that this was a moment in my life that I'm supposed to be here. It kind of kept me anchored a little bit. So come for you, and come with no expectations, because if you bring them, they will be thrown right back at you. They're useless. Don't just come. If you know it's right for you, just come. Anything that YouTube, podcast, or whatever they tell you, it doesn't matter, because you'll have 20 people in one room, and somehow 20 people will have 20 different experiences, and none of them will be similar. So come because your heart told you to, and come with an open mind and open heart and no expectations. My calling is people feeling alive. My takeaway is life is the magic, life itself. And it's like happiness, joy, all that stuff that we're talking about. It's kind of like I said with the ayahuasca, happiness, joy, like the highs of life. It's a part of life, but it's not all of it. So it's almost like to be truly happy and to feel real joy, it's the acceptance of all of life. And then you like alive. That's my word. That's my word, alive. But it's like, I was writing something down talking about like, I've broken hearts. I've had my hearts broken. I've been at the highest of highs and lowest of lows. I've been broke. I've had money. But like, that's the thing that makes you feel alive, is all of it. If you only experience some of it, you wouldn't appreciate it. You wouldn't get what you need out of it. And sometimes the lows, especially moments of fear and feeling like you're gonna die, it highlights life. And it's just the life, God, whatever word you want to use, it knows what it's doing. And it's a beautiful mix and gumbo that equals alive. So it's like, take all of it. Because when you take all of it and really immerse yourself into all of it, boom, fireworks. So, yeah. It's a very big world out there. And if you get an opportunity, go out there and see it. Because, like I said, life serves you humble pie, but the aftertaste is perspective. And I'm starting to see that perspective might be one of the most valuable things in life that you could ever have. So that's my last little takeaway.